everybody, and welcome to Math. Today we will be looking at fractions, more specifically, using fractions to describe area. Bum bum bum! Alright, so here we go. Using fractions to describe area. So this is one question here. What fraction of the shape is colored? And this was really kind of a typo because I should have said what fraction of each shape is colored, but I kind of was going to just do one and decided that more practice was probably better for you. And I wanted to give you a bit of a variety. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to find the denominator first. The denominator is the number on the bottom. So for this yellow one here, the bottom number is how many sections the whole thing is broken up into. 1, 2, 3. So our denominator is 3. What fraction is colored? We have to count how many pieces of the 3 are colored. 1, 2. So our fraction is 2/3. All right, super easy. We can do this, no problem. All right. Now, here we're going to do the next one. We're going to count to see what our denominator is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our denominator is 6. How many are colored in? 1. 1/6 is colored in. All right, now for this awesome one that looks like a lot of green pizza. We're going to start with our denominator, our bottom number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to count how many are colored in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6/8 are colored in. So if this was a test, which this particular one is not, but it will be on the test, you would do a sentence for each one of these shapes. Mind you, I would have like part A, part B, part C, so you would have room. I'm just going to do a sentence for this one just to show you and model good behavior. Here we go. So 6/8 of this shape are colored in. Perfect. This time it's giving us the fraction and we are going to color in the shapes. So here we go. So this is telling me color in 6/8 of the shape. So because it's telling me that there's 6/8, this 8 tells me that this is 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is like the only time in math, one of the only times that you'll be allowed to use colors. I would suggest that you do not use a marker. The reason is because markers are very unforgiving in terms of making mistakes. You don't want to come to me and say, Miss Riley, I need a new test. I did mine in marker and I made a mistake and now I need a new one. And I will say, the trees are crying at the loss of their brethren to give you a second test. But in any case, the answer will be, no, draw it yourself, do it again. So you are going to use pencil crayon or something that is kind of sort of easily erasable. You can even use your pencil and shade it in. A word of warning though, I have to be able to still see the portions of the fraction. I'm just going to give you an example here. I have had students in the past, I'm just going to do this because it's easier. I have had students in the past color the shape. Let me actually make this harder to tell because that's kind of the point. All right, so I've had students in the past color like this. And although like it's kind of in the lines and it's kind of neat a little bit, I can't tell what fraction this is. You've completely blotted out the lines. I have no idea how many you've actually shaded in. So word of warning, you need to still do it in a way that I can tell what you've done. So using a light coloring job is a great idea because if you mess up, it's easier to erase, even if it's pencil crayon. So here we go. We're going to color in our 6/8 of the shape. Does it matter which 6 pieces I color in? Nope. Go nuts. Have fun. Color in whichever ones you want. You can make it pretty. I'm going to color in this one. And I'm doing it light so that if I make a mistake, I can kind of erase it if I need to. So there's kind of one. I'm kind of sort of doing a neat job. And then I think I'll color this one. So this is my number 2. I have to stop when I get to 6. I can color as many as I want until I get to 6. And then I'll color this one just for kicks. Okay. So now I've got 3 colored in. I will color in this one. This is 4. And then I'll color this one. This is 5. And then I'll color this one over here just because I can. He's feeling a little left out. He's all alone. We want to include him. We like to include everyone. There we go. So I'm just going to, now that I'm done, I am going to double check that I did this right. Oh, because I'm such a great student. Here we go. We're going to double check our work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was supposed to do 6. I did 6. Woohoo! I did this one correctly, and it's checked because I'm awesome. Here we go. Comparing fractions. This is where some students get a little lost, so I'll do my best here for you. Tim ate 3/5 of his pizza, and Robin ate 4/6 of hers. Who ate more pizza? Well, you can't compare them yet because the denominators are different. You really don't know. So just for my own, because I'm a visual learner, I am going to color in those fractions so I can maybe get an idea by looking at it. So 3/5. Oh, and I know ahead of time because I made that this is fifths, but I should check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is fifths. I know it's fifths because there were 5 sections. So I'm going to go ahead and color in 3. I'm not being really super neat this time because I'm just doing it to get an eyeball here. And then 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6. Yep, I need to color in 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so actually it looks pretty close. So we're going to do some math. Woohoo, just what you've always wanted. All right, so this one is 3/5. This one is 4/6. I left a little room so that we can make these into equivalent fractions. So when we compare fractions, we want to get a denominator that is the same. Because right now we can't compare fifths and sixths. It's like comparing apples and oranges, except it's pizza this time. So we're going to make these into a denominator that's a common denominator, the same denominator. So is there something that I can change the 5 into that I can also change the 6 into? This is where we have to look at our times tables. My 6 times tables are going to be the more difficult ones because 5s are super duper easy. So the 6 times tables are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Oh, 30 works. I know this because 6 times 5 is 30, so that's rather convenient. The other numbers that I said in my 6 times tables, the reason I was going through my 6 times tables is to see if there was any of those numbers that are also part of the 5 times tables. That's what you really need to do. So we can use 30. 5 times 6 is 30. So I'm going to do my 5 times 6, really tiny here. And what does that equal? 5 times 6 equals 30. Now because I times the bottom by 6, I have to also times the top number by 6, the numerator. So 3 times 6 is 18. All right. So now I have to do my other one. So this time, to get to 30, I have to do 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. And because I did 6 times 5 on the bottom, I have to also do the top. 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. So now we have equivalent fractions. Now we compare this one and this one, because instead of apples and oranges, now we're comparing the same thing. So it's very close. Who ate more pizza? Well, this is Robin's, and this is Tim's. So Robin ate more. Go Robin. Robin ate more pizza. She ate 2/30 more than Tim. All right, guys, now we are 2/3 of the way done the unit. Huzzah! Catch you in the next video.